And speaking of introductions, welcome to Locker Room Talk, folks. We got Joe Gorman to my right, we got Matt Maran to my super right, and a very special guest, Finnegan the dog, is here. Say hi, Finnegan. Oh, and Nathan here too. Hi, Nathan.
Nathan Orton.
How's it going, everybody?
What's going on?
The reason Caroline's Comedy Club is closed. Nathan Orton.
Now, is that true?
Yeah, they lower their standards so much to let me headline there that they just shut down.
Oh, you were the kiss
No,
of death.
come on, dude. You've all heard of the New York comedy prophecy.
What?
When the comedian of purest heart ascends the stage at Caroline's, forever shall the front doors close.
Yeah.
That's on Rodney Dangerfield's coffin.
Yeah.
Didn't you ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to put, like, if you played the end credits of the old Dangerfield's comedy special backwards, you heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he gets a lot of respect if you play it backwards.
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy how that works.
I demand respect, I tell you.
Yeah,
Everybody
when
has to kiss my ring when
When
they
you
walk
play
in.
Delirious backwards, Eddie Murphy's progressive. He loves gay people.
He loves faggots. Faggots revisited. Parentheses, I love him.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool now. He is, like, in many ways, the modern comedian now, Eddie Murphy in the 80s. Like, dressing all flamboyant and having sex with trans fucking prostitutes.
Yeah, but wearing like a flamboyant red outfit for like a headlining set, nobody would do that today.
Nothing's flamboyant about that.
That's what Nathan wore for his Caroline set.
Hell yeah, dude.
I also said the F word.
Was it
Yes.
exactly like Eddie Murphy's red leather?
Exactly.
Nice.
It wasn't.
dude.
It wasn't the full jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Just a nice red.
I
top.
had more act outs.
Yeah. Yeah. I think anytime a comedian just wears a nice outfit, every other comedian has to be like, "Look at this fucking gay
It
loser."
wasn't even a nice outfit though. It's just all I have.
Yeah. I thought it was a nice outfit.
Just a tuxedo, a simple tuxedo.
Yeah.
This is funny because I talked about this outfit with Mark and Patrick.
Yeah.
Yikes.
On the Comedy Fight Club Confidential podcast.
What the heck? Was I supposed to say that?
What?
Was I supposed to give that away?
Don't worry, dude. I'll get it in post.
Thanks, man.
I'll blur it out, dude. Don't worry.
You'll blur out the audio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fucking censor his face so no one knows who said that.
Yeah.
You're my five favorite people in comedy.
Three of us, Mark and Patrick.
Other than who I knew before I moved here.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where were you,
Well, 'cause you guys are nice.
Where were you before New York?
St. Louis. I lived there all my life, except for when I went to college in Edwardsville, Illinois.
You started comedy in St. Louis?
Yes.
How would you compare the scene? I mean, I know New York's clearly bigger, but
Yeah.
like how was it in terms of like getting started, getting work?
St. Louis was smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were able to get like feature work, road work, that type of stuff, right?
Yeah. I started featuring and doing like headlining of venues that weren't real comedy clubs, and then I just was like, all right, if I can do that, I should go to New York because that's where you get the best you can be or whatever. So fuck it. I just moved up here.
How would you feel when you first got to New York?
It was intimidating because the open mics were they were like brutal, but then people later learned there's like cliques of friends who would make it. They'd laugh at each other bombing
Yeah.
or not. But either way, it was either like laughing at them or laughing in support of them.
Yeah.
It made it better. And then
Yeah.
that's helpful to learn to meet people.
Remember
Yeah.
at the creek in the cave when you fell asleep and I took all those photos of you?
Yeah. We didn't even know each other very well.
Yeah, I was like, look at this fucking weakling. Can't even fucking tough it out for an open mic. He'll never make it in this industry.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hans Kim was doing pull-ups and living in his van. And now look, dude.
He opens for Rogan in arenas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
dude.
doesn't get to be 1/3 of
That's
Locker
awesome.
Room Talk.
He,
I'll
he
tell you
I,
that
I
much.
did his podcast one time.
Oh, yeah?
No, he just followed me around with his phone. And I was like, damn, this will never pick up. And look how wrong I am, dude. Look, I'm not even making enough on the Patreon to feed Finney. He hasn't eaten in like 6 days.
Guys, please do what you can. Subscribe to the Patreon. If you're already subscribed, double subscribe. You can find me on Cash App, Venmo. Just want to throw me a couple bucks on hanging out outside of Bedford Avenue.
He's so weak, dude.
Whatever we could do to help. Look, in the arms of an angel. Finnegan, look at the camera. Like we talked about, like we practiced.
What kind
He's
of
not
dog
doing
is that?
He is
a medium brown.
He's a pug and Pomeranian.
Yeah.
So he's a little half and half.
Wow.
He's a mix. He's a mutt.
Okay.
Mulatto dog.
Yeah.
Did it feel like
Yeah.
not just intimidating, but did like the cliques kind of feel exclusive, where it's like this is a friend group and they're just never gonna laugh at me because I'm not in their friend group?
No, I would quickly just interject myself into their lives.
There you
Nice.
go.
By I would just be arrogant, cocky asshole at mics.
Yeah.
And then some people would like you and some people would hate you.
Some people would think you were just okay.
Yeah.
No one. People either
Yeah.
like me or hate me.
Ooh.
Everyone who would ever know me.
Yeah. I do feel like
Finnegan is sexually aroused by me.
You think
yeah,
so?
Probably.
That's
Yeah.
that's quite the feat considering he's fixed.
Really?
You almost brought his balls back.
Humans can sexually arouse dogs, even if they're neutered.
Okay.
It's a difference in species, so you're able to be aroused.
Is there a bit of a power imbalance because they don't have their balls and because they're like dogs? And that's also the reason. Whether they have balls or not actually doesn't factor into whether it's a power imbalance.
How big's the dog though? You
How
gotta
big
think
are the
of
dog's
is-
balls?
is it- when I see a pit bull with
I gotta
two
take a
giant
picture.
balls, I'm like, that
Yeah.
guy could take my job.
Can I-
Yeah.
That dog.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yes.
of
Ooh.
Finnegan. Can I-
Finnegan.
Is that okay?
Oh, he's so photogenic. He
Oh,
knows
he's
he's
ready.
getting his
He's ready for a
picture taken.
picture.
It's-
He's
know-
been trained.
Here,
Picture
let
day.
me tell you something. Can I be
My
on
cousin Finny on Instagram.
Yes.
it? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So I
More
think
followers than me.
pugs are disgusting, ugly,
Yeah.
horrible creatures that shouldn't be bred anymore.
Mm.
But Pomeranians are super cute. So that you've mixed them together.
Yeah.
He's actually so cute.
It's like
Yeah.
a real Derek Jeter here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a mix of the pure race that we want more of and the
Yeah.
disgusting one we never want to see again.
But you
I won't
can't-
say which is which.
Yeah.
You decide, listeners.
Oh, they know exactly what's gonna. I love how that. But it could be. I could mean anything. It's like, gee, I wonder what the big racist white guy thinks.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Finn's in a playful
What a
mood
cutie.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is? I've heard that
he's,
thing.
he's aroused.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard
I was
that about pugs before. That they're. I don't know much about the dog world, but I've heard people say like pugs is like a bad breed that shouldn't be made.
Well, look, can I talk about pugs without offending Finnegan?
Yeah.
Because he's only
Yeah.
50%.
Right.
He's
Kinda like-
next. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
It's
All the
one,
negative,
one drop rule
yeah.
with pugs.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
A lot of the health problems that pugs have are bred out of Finnegan because he's mixed.
Of course.
Thank
yeah.
God.
It strengthens.
Yeah.
Pugs are basically, well, god damn it. I don't know what I can say anymore.
I think you
I was
can.
gonna
I think
say
you
s-
can say you. I
Never
mean, I don't
mind.
think you're gonna be canceled for shitting on pugs.
Well, I was going to compare them to retarded people.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
oh,
go
Finn's
ahead.
definitely retarded.
Go ahead.
I
yeah.
see. I think if so, pugs happen when you inbreed like a family.
Yes.
Like they become inbred, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
That's what pugs are.
It's
So
like
if
the
you
royal
mix a
family.
pug with like the cutest dog ever,
Yeah.
you got a great little dog here who can breathe.
So
Yeah.
is it like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, where you
Yeah.
get someone from an inbred background and then like a cute white girl,
Exact.
and then you get Finnegan? I don't know. I thought I was going somewhere.
No, it's funny because you called Meghan Merkel white there. I think.
Oh,
Unless
she's
I
mixed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's half black.
She is mixed.
Okay.
Oh, so Meghan Markle. Finnegan is Meghan Markle.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
British royal
Yes.
family is British
Yeah.
royal family's black again.
Yes.
Again.
How sick is that? Remember that?
British
Did you see that-
royal family, bigger and blacker.
Did you see that Netflix special where or the Netflix series where they make like all the like Queen Elizabeth is black?
No.
They
Oh,
were
I
like,
think I did.
They were
see
like
that,
the
yeah.
Queen is a sister.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did see that because then I saw like a bunch. It was like a Netflix thing. People were
Yeah.
like parodying it, being like polar bears, and it's all black bears.
Yeah, no, it's like they were like Queen Elizabeth is black, and they're like tea and crumpets,
Yeah.
more like fried chicken and chitlins.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay. Who the fuck is saying that?
I am. I'm anonymously going on the internet and saying like, did you hear about this? Vile. They're trying to
Yeah.
erase our heritage.
Up next, the diary of Diane Frank.
Yeah. They were like, yo, braid my hair quietly, dog. They could hear us.
Black Anne
Yeah.
Frank.
Now, did you believe that some of the Jews that were in the they were black because there were black Israelites?
Yeah, they were.
Like that guy at Union Square told me.
Yeah, they made them ride in the back of the train to Auschwitz.
Do you think your family? Do you think your family would be okay with you dating like a black Israelite?
I mean, if they weren't like shitty to my family, I don't think they would mind. My mom
they can separate like
yeah.
work for life from their personal
Right,
life.
yeah.
Right? They leave work at work. They're
Yeah.
screaming about Jews from 9 to 5, but
Right.
5:30 at Mr. Maran's house,
Yeah.
it's off the table.
Exactly. Now, my mom has said before she would prefer I marry a Jewish girl because we would have more in common. But then I've told her, like, maybe when you were growing up, but for me, there's, like, a lot of Jewish girls that I would have way less in common with than, like, a Spanish girl from Queens.
Yeah,
Like-
because the Spanish girl from Queens isn't going to have a Roth IRA.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, that Jewish girl's not going to go through my phone and read my text messages.
Exactly.
Well, Nathan's got a Spanish fiance,
Aye, aye, aye.
right?
Colombian and Ecuadorian. Before
Yeah.
we move on, would you guys ever like to go to the Black Israelites and talk to them, see what how they
We have one coming on the show next week.
really?
Yeah, Chappelle.
I'm interested in what they'd say about white people.
Yeah, I am I
I don't think it's profound. I think it's
wanna
less
hear-
profound
yeah,
than
I
you
want to
think it
know
would be.
why they hate us from them.
Yes.
Like, I want to know why.
I'm always way interested in hearing. Anytime you
Yeah.
just see like this is a crazy thing people think, I'm like,
Yeah,
let
I
me
wanna
sit
know
down
why.
and talk. I want to hear
Yeah.
one of them do like a
Yeah.
podcast. I've
Matt,
listened to
you're so progressive.
I've
What a
listened to
fucking-
flat earthers on podcasts. Just I'm like, I want to hear how does this person like walk around, exist in the world, and believe this thing?
That's wild. I'm like the opposite. Not unlike a Nazi. I'm like, silence them. Stop them at once. No one must ever speak out against us. Isn't that fucking? I love that shit in like movies and stuff where they're always like, silence him. And like they're like, stop him right now. And then like they come in and they start busting up the radio equipment that they were using to broadcast their freedom speech.
Yeah.
Release the hounds.
Yeah, I love that shit. We don't have any good hound releases anymore.
We don't.
we have Finney barking his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Whenever he hears people coming
That's
up
actually,
the stairs.
if we ever have a guest that kind of gets out of control,
Yeah.
that is actually why we have Finnegan on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we snap our fingers and Finnegan goes right for the jugular.
Mm.
We asked him to leave first.
Right.
No, we don't.
Oh, just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
And then I forget and I like snap my hands as part of a bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever met or talked to a black Israelite?
Has anyone ever said that the Black Israelites are like Jews who survived the oven? Because that seems funny. to
Oh,
me.
that's a fun
funny.
one.
That's
yeah.
funny.
They got out halfway through the oven.
Yeah.
You call them
yeah.
You call them well dones.
Yeah.
I think we can say that because they hate us so much, right?
Yeah.
They-
I'm trying to
even
learn
me?
where the line is now.
I think
This is how you do it. You
it's
just put
so-
it out there. So
Yeah, it's so weird. Because I think the line changes. Like
Yeah.
all the times when people are getting in trouble for things, they're getting in trouble for saying things at a time when they weren't over the line
Yeah,
to say them.
exactly.
And then it becomes over the line. And
They say it at a time when it was heroic to say something
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I decided kind of early on to doing comedy that I was just going to try and be funny. And if something is so over the line that people won't laugh at it, I won't say it because it won't be funny.
What do you?
But if I can be funny while saying it, I'm just going to try and be funny.
When was the time where you were like, oh, I can't say that ever again? What did you say on stage?
I don't know anything. Just certain jokes where, like, when you first do them, it's like you're going for like a harsh misdirection or a harsh like turn, and you realize I can still do this joke, but I gotta soften it a little bit, maybe cushion it the way in. There's like a lot. You do some things in the audience, you just lose them.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily being offensive, just like
Yeah.
I know Bobby can't relate to this. He's never lost an audience before.
I remember like during the heat of the pandemic, you were really going in on George Floyd.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you were like, this guy's a fucking animal.
Right.
You know, they should have called animal control instead of the NYPD.
Yeah, I've worked out
know?
that bit now where
Yeah.
I do it in like a fun way.
The only debate we should be having is how many parades to give those police officers.
Right.
And I was like, Matt, I don't think Brooklyn open mics are the place to workshop that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was the outdoor mics too. Random
Yeah.
people coming by, couple guys cheering every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Do you know George Floyd was a rapper?
No,
Big Floyd. Look it up.
really.
Really?
Isn't that fucking weird?
Oh.
Can we listen to it? What was his favorite rap? You clearly listened to it. What was his favorite one?
I think my favorite song of his was "I Can't Breathe."
Was he his
Really?
That's a pretty good one.
Did he really say that?
No.
That would have been great. That would have been like Tupac level. Of like,
his own
wow,
death.
I
we
wrote
got to
the
go
song
back
a
and
long
listen.
time ago.
Yeah.
Way before people knew Chauvin. Way before New York City was in flames. Isn't that kind of weird that happened in fucking wherever in the Midwest, and then everyone in New York City was like, "We got to burn it down."
Wait, George Floyd was in the Midwest?
Can you imagine?
I thought he was in
Minnesota.
Brooklyn.
Really?
I thought that was like in Brooklyn or some shit. Because like everyone in New York, I was like, shit, dude, I've
Right?
never.
It was
I
in
thought that was
Minneapolis.
that really.
Yeah.
Of course it was in. Damn, that's so funny.
Dude, I'd be so.
I thought that shit was in New York because like the black people were going fucking nuts in
They
this
were.
city. It was very
Well.
scary. Dare I say ravenous? You know,
I'd be pissed if I was.
it was scary, dude.
If I was in the NYPD, I'd be a little annoyed because
I was living-
there
yeah.
were signs like "fuck the NYPD" and it was like, guys, it was in Indianapolis
Yeah.
or wherever it was.
Minneapolis.
And
Wherever.
it's like if we fucking get rid of the NYPD, who's gonna choke out all these black people on fentanyl? What's gonna happen? You know, we saw that. What if I'm just trying to get a bike, like all pregnant women are,
Right.
And some black people try to take it from me, like that video game.
Yeah.
Black guy stole my bike.
Yeah, that's
Remember that?
That's what the video game was.
That talk about a fucking Tupac of video games.
Yeah.
They predicted the fucking black people stealing our
See,
rental
that video
e-bikes.
game wasn't over the line at the time, but now it is.
That was Punch Out.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch
Did
Out.
you ever play that?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Come on.
It was in the arcade across the street from where I grew up.
Matt, come on, dude. This was a video game, not a fucking basketball that you throw into a fucking hoop with no net, dude.
Yeah, Matt, stop trying to be cool saying you play video games.
Stop
all right?
making shit up, dude.
We know you were doing some sort of gay sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt
Stop trying to impress us.
Yeah.
Matt Marin's retroactive history.
Yeah. When you
Revisionist history.
Yeah.
Nathan,
sometimes
when
he
you
calls
moved
it.
from St. Louis to New York, did you feel a like you being concerned about there being like the line in comedy? Was that something you noticed as soon as you started, or was it more when you moved to New York, traveled?
I've always noticed it. I was.
Yeah.
I was. This is so. Pathetic.
Don't be shy.
This is so pathetic. But I was canceled in
Yeah.
St.
Uh-oh.
Louis by the Improv Shop.
What did you say? What did you do?
Did you refer to someone non-binary as he or her?
Something in there.
Did
not
you throw
even.
somebody up against a wall and say, you're not getting out of here until you give me a little kiss and help me move some of this merchandise because I got a lot of personalized shirts in the back of my car.
That's
And if I don't make it, I'm not going to break even on this gig.
That's exactly what happened.
Hey, brother, I say this from the bottom of my heart. It happens to the best of us.
Mhm.
Yeah. No. What do you mind saying? What happened?
It was just like
It would be weird if he didn't say what
I guess.
happened.
It was just
a
post.
Guys, some shit happened in St. Louis, and now I'm here. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Google
no,
it.
No. It was posts on Facebook that weren't even like they were completely innocuous, and I don't remember them, but they were like jokes or points or whatever, and they had made a collage of all the jokes that had anything to do with women, and it was like he's a misogynist.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not. You guys are trying to make it look like it. And I learned what that stuff's like on
Yeah.
a small, tiny scale, like a tiny market like St. Louis. So it didn't matter, but it
Yeah.
made me feel that bitterness. And now I kind of hate the industry because I see it on a larger scale. Up
Yeah.
here, I just don't play the game. You don't see me like, I don't really hang out at the clubs and shit because I just don't like underneath. You know what I'm saying?
And is
Yeah.
it because
Why-
you're not allowed at the clubs because you're a misogynist?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I can't help but fight when I see women, especially if they're like wait staff or whatever. I just start to fight them.
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
know?
dude.
Yeah.
I brutally
Well, that's
attack
treating
women.
them like an equal, actually.
I know. That's
Yeah.
what I've said. That's what the
Yeah.
post was. You should hit women because they're equal.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Assaulting women runs in the family.
It does.
Your brother's done it on TV multiple
But
times.
I really did it.
Yeah.
I really
You
did
did it in real life.
I really did
Timestamp
it.
that so we know when Matt brings up wrestling on the podcast.
And
Now-
yeah.
Now, Nathan, since Matt did bring it up, which pro wrestler do you love more, your brother or Matt Maran?
Like
Now, for those that don't know, Nathan's brother is
John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
I like Matt more than John Cena.
Nice.
Hell
Damn,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he can see me.
I don't get it.
John Cena's.
I know,
whole thing.
I was-
Oh.
That fucking Matt.
I was about to explain
Matt
it
couldn't
too.
wait to explain it.
It's got to be a wrestler from Kmart.
Yeah.
It's got to be Kmart wrestler. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing having you on the podcast, Nathan. Post getting canceled. You know how psyched I would be if people like just screenshotted my tweets? Yeah, I'd be like, well, thank you for thinking
Yeah.
of me.
Well,
Hell
also,
yeah.
yeah, back then that was still every comedian was on Facebook, so everything happened
Yeah.
on Facebook. So like, if you got like, if people were mad at you on Facebook, it really felt like everyone in your
Yeah.
comedy community was mad at you.
It's weird. Some people have my back and they're still my friends.
Yeah.
And that's most people, especially after you move to New York and you come back.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, you want a feature? And
Okay.
everyone just thinks you're better than you are because you live in New York
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And then you give advice to new people and everyone worships you.
Right.
And then you get a blowjob from like some some like non-binary little boy, and you know how young he was,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it happens.
and
Nice.
and then
Alex
come in his
Davenport.
mouth,
Right.
and you have to get the cum out of his mouth. You know when a dog eats chocolate,
Yeah.
and you got to get the chocolate out of the dog. That's what you have to do if you come in a child's mouth, because
Right.
if they see your cum in their mouth or in your stomach, because they're it'll be charged with a minor.
Right. Absolutely.
So cancel culture is out of control.
Absolutely.
Is what
yeah.
you're
It is a
basically trying to
weird.
say.
It's a weird place we're living.
Yeah, it's tough when you go through something like that, and then you kind of you see people on a large scale who are like very political take advantage of the fact that there are annoying people who get mad at someone like you
Yeah.
and quote unquote cancel you or like go after you and fuck with you, and then you get people who are like right-wing nut jobs who would love to
Yes.
cancel people for
Yeah.
religious shit and other stuff,
Uh-huh.
but have your back. And it's very
Yeah.
easy to fall down the hole of being like, oh, fucking they're the good guys now. And it's kind of a trap. And I think, like, because the second you, like, join up with them, you'll get in trouble for, like, saying something about abortion or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they also want to cancel you. But it is a weird time we're living in where everyone's just seeing the things people are mad at and then trying to manipulate the situation to make them look good.
Can I be profound?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
insist.
Go
I
for
try
let's
to
go
be
for it.
profound.
Yeah.
This isn't profound. But this is as close as I get. I've learned I stopped caring about success, and that sounds like it's an excuse to not care, like because I don't have a career, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard. But I was like, I love doing stand-up, so I'm gonna do it because I love it. And then like I found like acting school and like even improv. Now that I'm not in St. Louis where the improv people came after me, now I'm like, oh, it's fun. So I'm doing all these things just because I love doing it, and then it complements each other, and you rise up a little bit you grow as a person. And then you forget you don't give a fuck. You're making I can pay my bills.
No, man, you got to be on TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, you're right. I think
And then that's the path that really will get you there quicker too. Especially if unless you wear the shirt I wore and fucking
What-
and it
what'd
was
you-
a bad I did it badly. What?
What was the shirt you were wearing?
The red one that we were
a red button-down shirt.
Is it like does it have a
What?
swastika on it?
But no, the fact that I kind of don't give a fuck about social media, it's like, oh, you're digging your own grave. You're not trying to be successful. It's like, whatever. I'm just trying to enjoy what I'm doing.
And
Social
there's-
media
like
is
to make
des-
videos.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Social media is designed to make everyone feel bad though, and
Yeah,
like constantly compete. And even the people that have like, oh, look at my beachfront property and all that. Like influencers aren't happy, dude.
Yeah.
Look at all, dude. I talked to my buddy Matt Rife.
Yeah.
He called me the other day.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, Joe, I want to blow my fucking brains out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Matt, we talked about this. Every time you're feeling the urge to take your own life, or God forbid, relapse, because as you know, I'm one of his fucking accountability buddies.
You're
Yeah,
a sponsor?
I am.
Wow.
I'm not supposed to bring that up, but I think
Because
if he knew the
it's a
situation-
anonymous program of alcoholics.
Right,
So you're
right.
not really supposed to say.
Well, actually, he's in recovery for NA,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
as in NA, please. All right.
He's N-word anonymous. He's
Yeah.
like, it's been 7 days since I've hung.
N-word anonymous.
I had another relapse. I was just. It's just when
Imagine
you have
people-
money on a basketball game and they lose, it's frustrating.
People put
The
up
light
on-
was green, for God's sakes. Just step on the gas.
People start updating their Instagram with 18 days sober of saying the N-word.
16, 19 days sober.
That's actually brilliant. It's like if people were honest rather than like woke on social media.
Yeah.
If you actually everyone was real and like, yeah, we all,
What if
it
social
slips out
media-
every, not or I'm not talking about the N-word, everything.
I
Yeah,
think
just
social
whatever,
media,
yeah.
it
We
should
all are
only
pieces of
be
shit.
used for comparing your dumps. Like, look at this
Yeah.
fucking
Dude, that
massive
would be
dump I
great.
took.
I've
That would
posted a
fucking
dump.
That's what
connect all
Joe
of
calls
us.
children,
Like,
by the way.
brother, there was so much blood in my fucking stool today. What should I do? And everyone's like commenting and like healing the community.
That
You
is
know?
like old people Facebook a
yeah,
little bit.
we're recommending like the fucking perfect. That's the utopia.
Yeah.
That's a utopia.
Helping each other with
Shit book.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you ever have blood in
Feces
your
book.
stool?
Never, dude. I have a high fiber diet. It slides, and we have a squatty potty, so it opens up your asshole.
I like those.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
tight.
just buy 2 step stools and it's cheaper.
Yeah, well, we got like a knockoff one on Amazon that folds in, so it was like $17.
It's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes my poop is a little green.
Really?
Because I
Fucking
eat
Irish.
I'll eat a lot of greens. You know, so
Okay.
sometimes I guess the factory is like we can't like break
Process
all
this
this
all?
down. Just send it right down the chute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's good. That means your colon's working.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
Nice.
Well,
That
and
makes
while I
sense.
do a colon check about once a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, just check it.
Doctor puts your tongue in his asshole.
Check.
All right. Yeah. Tastes great.
Sometimes
Keep
when
it
I'm
up.
sick, I've had blood in my stool, but that's
Yeah?
like every once in a while.
Yeah, and you're like,
Just
Dad,
when
take
I'm
it
sick.
easy this time.
Yeah.
That's Daddy's medicine.
What about
Damn,
you,
Matt.
Nathan?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're sick, or
I've had some anal fissures
yeah,
Yikes.
in my day.
an
yeah.
anal fissure.
See, I don't understand how you would just start shitting blood when you're sick. That seems more serious than like an anal fissure.
No, it's more like when I have diarrhea or when I have something. I think it's just one of those like
Where's
it's
the-
coming.
No, Matt
Where's the
just like
blood coming from?
Matt over wipes his asshole and he fucking
Is
cuts
that-
his fucking asshole.
That's what it should
yeah,
be.
that's
but
what
if
it
you just-
is.
Oh.
And it's even funny because that means like shit's also getting into an open wound on his
yeah,
asshole
I was,
because he
yeah.
doesn't know how to wipe his damn ass.
You
Like
ever
you gotta
just-
you gotta pat that thing down in like a little bit of water, doggy.
Yeah.
yeah, I do that.
Wet wipes, baby wipes.
You ever
Baby wipes will clog up the toilet.
Mm.
Just use regular biodegradable toilet paper.
Gotcha.
you use some toilet paper? You get in there good
Get
once,
some water?
really
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
just once, and then you wash your hands and get in the
Yeah.
shower and just spread your ass.
Mm.
You let the water hit it.
Yeah.
Then after 30 seconds of that, you take soap, good body soap, organic,
Yeah.
and you rub it up in your asshole. And you rub it. You go in there a little bit, and you rub it real good, and you rinse it out. Your asshole can be really clean if you want it to.
Whoa.
You can make your asshole really clean, and I don't know why people don't. I do this every day. I
This is
clean
an
my asshole.
educational podcast.
I clean my asshole for about I spend 1 minute a day per
Yeah.
every time I poop at home, cleaning my asshole diligently.
Yeah.
Taking
That's
a big
smart.
old bar of soap, getting deep in
Yeah.
there.
You know, like
Sometimes
people,
6-7 inches in
people
there.
Big
are-
bar.
Think about this.
A big bar of soap shaped like a penis.
Yeah, big black bar of soap.
That makes it easy. That makes it funner.
Yeah.
You know, the people are walking around. There could be some of you.
Yeah.
You could have shitty assholes right now.
Hell yeah,
that
dude.
fucking the thought of that it makes me sad.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's all of us stick our fingers as deep into our assholes as possible and see who has the poopiest butthole.
Mr.
Least-
Poopy Butthole.
Least
play
poopy
that.
butthole.
Which one of us is
Yeah.
Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Least poopy or most poopy buys lunch.
There it is.
Oh, there you
You can't
go.
wash your hands
dude.
either. We all
If
got
they get that,
coli.
they have to skip lunch because they
Yeah.
clearly have too much.
Most
going
poopy
on.
gets to see what I had for breakfast. That's like an old saying that like old guys would say when they would like walk up the stairs behind a girl in a short skirt. They'd say, "Oh, I can see what she had for breakfast."
Oh wow!
Nice,
my dad,
dude.
my
Shut up,
dad
big
used to
times
say
have
that.
changed.
Yeah.
Your dad used to say, "I could see what she had for breakfast."
He would say, if you walk, I don't remember the context, but like looking up, they're like, "Oh boy, you could see what she had for breakfast."
I get it because the
That's
shorts are short.
horrifying.
It is.
That's like Patrick Bateman level.
No, it's just like a kooky old person thing to say.
Matt is just constantly on the receiving end of generational trauma, and he like only unearths it on this podcast when he tries to pass everything off as like anecdotes, like, "Oh, I actually lost my virginity by being raped by a prostitute," and my dad was like showing me what women ate all the time by
Yeah.
looking into their asshole. No, it's all right, Matt. We're gonna heal you by the time this pod is over, dude.
Awesome.
I always get frustrated when I shit and then I'm wiping my ass, and I just no matter how many like rounds I go through, there's shit there, and sometimes I'm in a hurry, so I'll be like, all right, this is the last one regardless. You know what I
Damn,
mean?
That's
Bobby,
when
you do
need-
that?
You
Yeah.
need to bring in water.
Yeah.
Water is the.
If I had a bidet, but like if I like am in a hurry, I can't like take off all my clothes, go in the shower.
Just go by the sink and dabble some toilet paper.
I have been doing that, but what sucks is
You
when
have
you're
to.
in public and you're in one of those things
Little
where
stalls.
where there's not
Yeah.
a fucking sink nearby. So
Yeah.
unless you
Trapped.
want to like pull up your pants.
Well, come on. There's ways around this. You have your paper towels. You get that saturated in water. You wring it out so it's not too wet. Maybe do 2 of them.
yeah, but then everybody in the the Planet Fitness bathroom is going to see what you're doing.
That does not matter at all.
Yeah, that's true. The fucking 50% homeless people
Yeah,
are
Bobby
going to be.
really wants to impress everyone in the Planet Fitness locker room.
Yes.
and they should be impressed. You're going to have a clean and
There you
hydrated asshole.
You fucking
It's
walk out
also-
of the fucking toilet stall with your
Yeah.
pants around your ankles.
Bobby-
Dabbing some toilet paper. Like, hey, wait a minute. Is that the guy that's jerking off in the sauna all the time?
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
They can't. It's a judgment-free zone.
I wish Purple, what is it called, Planet Fitness had
Yeah.
a sauna. That'd be amazing.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
There's no way they do. Right?
There's an old
think-
gay guy at Planet Fitness that wants to fuck me.
Just let
Is
him.
it the guy with the dog?
What's the fucking problem, dude?
No, it's a different guy.
Don't
Me
you
and
like
Bobby
getting?
go to
Don't
the
you like
same
getting your
Planet
dick
Fitness.
sucked?
There are
Oh,
some
really?
regulars. There's like one old fat bald guy who has his dog with him to every workout.
That's me.
Yeah.
There's this like older gay guy, and he seems to be there every time I go, because I
Oh,
go at like
nice.
different times. And
That's
he's like,
weird. He's
oh.
always there.
He's always there. I assume he's not following me, but he's one of these guys. He
On
likes to be social. Like he doesn't even have headphones.
Yeah.
Like he just raw dogs the gym. You know what I mean? Talking to people, blah blah blah. And
Oh,
so he's
yeah.
talking to me, and I'm like, okay, this is an older guy, no ring.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, maybe never married, maybe widow, maybe gay.
Yeah.
And one of his conversations, he's always doing this shit to me too.
Nice,
He's always like
dude.
kind of giving me a little touch. But some people are like handsy like this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I didn't
okay.
think much of it. And then one day he was like, "Hey, I noticed you're doing this. You should do that." Which he was wrong. Everything he was saying was wrong. But
yeah, that's annoying.
yeah. But I was like, okay, but being polite. And he was like, yeah, but I mean, what do I know? You seem to be pretty good sculpting this nice little body of yours.
Nice,
Wow.
dude.
Which is something like Joe would say to me. But to have it said with all sincerity by an old gay man is low-key terrifying.
Somebody that would follow through on raping you.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, God. But then I'm like, all right, I'm overthinking it. And then I saw him today, and he just wanted to tell me all about how Pride was
Oh.
yesterday. And I was like, okay, well, there's no mystery.
Yeah.
Nice.
there's no
Because if
mystery.
you're just kind of a
Yeah.
weird older guy, you might say something like that because your sense of like what you can say to people is a little off generationally. But if you're a gay man,
Yeah.
you would not say that to another man unless you wanted to fuck him.
Nice. Just what are you gonna do?
We'll see how I'm feeling next time our eyes meet.
We'll just go in the shower, see what happens.
Just
sure-
see what happens.
Get a little weird,
maybe
dude.
don't clean your asshole.
Yeah.
So then if he tries to rape you, he's so disgusted.
He's like, hey, how come you don't fucking shove 3 fingers into your asshole to fully clean it out?
He starts raping me, and then he's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?"
You're like, yeah, what's up?
do you know? Yeah, like yeah, man, what's going on? Just
Yeah. Hey,
I like wipe the tears away.
All
I'm
right,
like,
let's do a little fucking scene. You're raping me, and I'm you, okay?
yeah.
oh, so you're
the gay,
me.
You're the gay. Yeah, I'm you, and you're the gay guy raping you.
Okay, all right.
Oh fuck, that feels so good. Oh. Oh god, I know this is the dictionary definition of rape, but oh fuck, oh my god, I can't believe
It's a very emotional time. People say things they might not necessarily mean.
I can't believe not only am I fully erect, I'm ejaculating while this man is violating my asshole and stimulating my prostate.
In hindsight, I shouldn't have let Joe play me.
Are you I'm sorry, is this like reactivating some trauma for you? Am I taking you back to that fucking historic bathroom?
The historic bathroom, dude.
Nathan, have you ever considered that maybe you're making your asshole too rapeable by keeping it so clean?
Yeah.
He's just asking questions.
Well, I mean, that's already a victim blaming question.
That's
Matt.
true.
Like it's like
How
our-
clean was your asshole? Some old like Staten Island cop. He's like, well, if you didn't want a dick inside of it,
You shouldn't have cleaned it.
Why
What
were
are
you
you
keeping
doing?
it
Putting
so
your
clean?
finger in there, getting it all clean in the.
I'm just imagining this old guy raping me, and my asshole's so dirty that he goes, "Do you know Nathan Orton? Because he could have some tips that would make this enjoyable for,
Yeah.
well, me at least."
This guy's about to rape you. He sees your dirty eyes. Like, ugh, have some respect.
Yeah. I
Have
feel
you-
more ashamed.
Yeah. Have
For
you ever
that?
been with a girl who's like into
No.
eating
Oh.
ass at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that why? Do you enjoy having your ass eaten?
It's flattering,
Yeah.
I guess. It's it's fun, but it's all I feel very like uncomfortable. To
Yeah.
it. I'm like, just get back here.
Yeah, I
to
had
the
it done to
front.
me once, and I just
To the
felt
front.
weird the
Get
whole
back
time.
here, you.
My asshole's all the way over there.
What are you doing over
I
there?
keep my asshole in a fucking bowl
Get out of
on
there.
the table.
Hey, you little rascal.
Get out of here.
What exactly
Scamp.
is an anal fissure? Because I've heard of it before, but I don't even know what it actually
It's just
is.
like a cut on your asshole. It's not as devastating as it sounds.
Yeah.
However, it could be, I would imagine.
Yeah.
If it gets stretched out.
Matt, you get that all
like
the
a little
time, dude. What
vagina
do you worry
on
about?
your asshole.
I did see a thing. I was listening. There's a podcast. Former baseball player talked about seeing there was a baseball player who was injured and on the disabled list, and it was listed that he was out because he had an anal fissure.
John Rocker.
No, it wasn't John Rocker.
Yeah, he had a particularly upsetting experience on the 7 train.
Yes. But then this player said it was like at the end of his contract and the team was going to release him, but they put him on the disabled list for like the last 2 weeks of his contract or something so he could still get paid.
That's great.
It was one of those things like the team just does for the player, and they asked him like, what should we say you have? Like, what's something you could be like sore back, knee? And he's like, I want anal fissure. 'Cause
That's
he saw
great.
it once, and they were like, we're just going to say you have like a knee injury or
That's so
something.
funny.
Nah,
He
Sounds like he was being a
requested-
pain in
I
the
like
He
ass.
that.
requested anal
I like
fissure.
that. Did you say pain in the ass?
Mhm.
That's
Pain in
great.
the ass.
That's great.
You know how long I was waiting for Matt to finish so I could say that?
Yeah.
About 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
think that I'm making my asshole too rapeable.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Is that a fear of yours, getting raped?
No. You can victim blame me
Yes.
because if I get raped, it's my fault.
Oh, there you go.
Because if I get raped, I would have to open my asshole while being face down and naked, and handcuffed, and also unconscious on several drugs.
Yeah.
Because
Guys,
otherwise,
take notes.
I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna. I don't like a finger in my asshole, even if the lady
Yeah.
is being gentle. So like if someone's gonna rape me, and I'm conscious, I'm not gonna let it happen.
Right.
Do men
yeah.
get raped? How? Okay.
Yeah, in the ass.
Listen. So is it usually like holding down rape, or is it like date? Like
no, I
just
think
like
it's empty promises of fame and success. If you let you violate.
You're talking
your
about
asshole.
men being raped?
any rape.
Well, I mean, I think if a woman feels intimidated or threatened in any way, that's basically rape.
Is it?
Can't rape me then. Then you can't rape
I'm
me.
Yeah.
so brave. Brave, unrapeable Nathan.
There, brave, unrapeable
I'm
Nathan.
unrapeable.
Unrapeable.
I think being rapeable is really is more brave than being unrapeable because you're
Yeah.
out there with the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
more
true.
brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're every day fighting fear.
It's almost as brave as going to see the Titanic. I'm good at
Oh,
I'm good at segues on this
It's
podcast.
a good movie. It was a good movie,
Yeah. Did
Matt.
you hear
Come
it?
on.
Did
yeah,
you hear
I
it?
know.
Yeah.
Matt, everybody's heard of it, whether they're near, far,
Wherever
they
they
are.
Oh yeah.
They've heard of it.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
Celine Dion.
I feel like almost no one is sad because you had to pay $500,000 for a ticket or $250,000 for a ticket.
Yeah.
Well, like what? What if they just took those 5 dead dudes' money and just spread it out to give everyone clean water? And then we wouldn't have population collapse because all of the people like me who are tracing their dreams, or all the he-hims or they-thems, whatever, who don't reproduce actually,
Right.
then people not having kids, it won't matter because then you'll have these people who drink clean water, and maybe there's things in these villages and stuff where people know stuff we don't. And I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I got really high earlier in the
Yeah.
bathhouse.
Nice.
I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
I'm having thoughts.
There.
Live it up,
You're
baby.
being profound on this podcast. Profound,
I
Nathan.
think it's just interesting, man.
Yeah. That the whole story has been fascinating because there is something where you kind of don't have to feel bad because it's all people who spent $250,000 on it.
Yeah.
So, but it is also just like got to be one of the most horrifying ways to die.
Well, yeah, it's terrifying, and anyone who's are the people really like they deserved it because they're rich?
there are people saying
Oh, those
that.
people! I
Yeah.
hope those people drown.
Yeah, I don't
Why?
think they deserve it.
Why?
It's funny.
No,
why-
they don't. I don't think they deserve
It's
it, but I
funny.
think I understand not
Take
feeling
that.
too bad.
Take that, money bags.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. What's the matter, rich person? You sad because you're dead? Ha ha.
Joe is just an agent of chaos. He
No,
looks
that-
like the Monopoly man who would be happy if his Monopoly friends all died.
Joe's not genuinely happy that those guys died.
I'm sad though.
That
That could have been me, dude. That could have been us.
Sorry, that was a loud laugh. That was very.
could have been
that was
me.
right.
If you guys really enjoy the podcast, subscribe to the highest tier Patreon, which is $250,000.
Yes.
And then Joe, Matt, and I
We'll
And
go on that trip.
we'll
We
go
will
on the
go on
trip.
that.
Mhm.
We'll go on. Dude, I would survive that shit.
You would.
I would. There's like an escape pod.
Mhm.
There's always an escape pod. I would just open the hatch.
The actual
I'd be like, hold your breath. Hold your breath. All right, ready?
Oh
You
my
like how I
God, Joe is
pantomime-
surfacing. Meanwhile, Matt and Bobby and Nathan are dead. Oh my
I
God.
I do that thing where I'm like rising to the surface and I have my fist. I'm like, and I
Joe,
breach.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Gorman is here. He is not drowned.
Yeah.
He's high-fiving everybody and telling the police that he wants to speak to a lawyer first.
It's proven the Titanic was all a conspiracy.
Really?
Never happened. It was another elaborate ruse to kill more innocent rich people, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It is. I saw a picture of the actual vessel that they're in. It doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
You see
It's
that
like a tiny window that you can look out. Like it doesn't seem worth it.
they also had an old ass Logitech game controller.
It's
to
like
fucking
like a
navigate.
PS1 controller.
Yeah. Should have
runs it.
fucking. If it was PS5, if it was like a fucking
Yeah.
Steam controller,
Right.
they never would have been in that situation.
Well, has
Never.
anyone thought of just maybe doing like the cheat codes, whatever they are, like
Yeah.
up, down, BA,
Yeah.
start?
Yeah.
They
Maybe
should
they'll.
have just done classic mouse and keyboard for optimum control,
Mhm.
especially if they have that much money.
Yeah. It's
And
it's weird. I feel like when you're rich, you're so far removed from like survival mode because we're all like one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Well, not you because because of the podcast.
It's all
Joe
tied-
takes all the money from the podcast.
it's all tied up in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin,
Right.
yes, Dogecoin. But like this is gonna sound Freudian and fucking stupid, but like, do you think once you have all your basic needs met, you're like, oh, I have to start doing dangerous stuff now?
No,
Like
I
you-
think you can just enjoy life.
But but a certain type of
Oh.
person, they're like, wow, I never have to work again. Time to go underwater in an experimental
I
vessel.
think
don't
that's why
think
like
there's-
Mark Zuckerberg is
Yeah.
learning jujitsu and why Elon Musk is gonna fight him because
I don't.
we have
yeah.
just too
poor,
much.
There's not a lot
like-
of poor people who go skydiving.
Well, they can't. They're too busy trying to just like survive.
Yeah.
And like rich people
They
are like,
go
well, I got
dumpster
nothing
diving.
to do. I'm gonna explore the Titanic.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't give a shit.
That would be like to their credit, skydiving is like a cool, like people will watch that Instagram live. No one will watch a poor person be like, okay guys, I'm on Aldi, I have $25, I'm gonna try to feed my entire family this week.
Yeah.
Wait, that one comedian did like all like I'm gonna live off fucking $20 a day, and he got famous for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't know, some fucking guy.
They must have gotten real famous.
fucking huge, dude.
Well, I'm gonna try that challenge pretty soon. So
Why?
That's exciting.
Could you-
Bobby's
wait,
Bobby's
Could you live off of $20 a day and still pay rent? Even I'm just trying.
Yeah.
I would assume
Where
aside
was-
from rent,
Yeah,
and
it's like
maybe health
after your
insurance.
base, like it's like after rent is this amount, which leads me to have like $20 every
which is
day.
not very impressive. It's just like,
Oh.
oh, you made all your meals at home then.
Nuh-uh. It's very impressive.
Is it really impressive?
Uh-huh.
What? Yeah, I
What
want to
was
see
he
the
Because
doing?
crack is
breakdown.
like fucking pricey.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't give it away anymore.
Yeah. The also the CEO of the
More like
company-
CEO. It
CEO.
was a woman.
No, it was a guy.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The CEO, so the company that did the Titanic sub thing. First of all, the name of the company is Ocean Gate, which is kind of funny because you usually put gate at the end of a thing that's a scandal, like Watergate, Spygate,
Oh.
Ocean Gate, and then now there's like a huge scandal.
Yeah.
But the CEO did
Gate
like an,
to the water, gate to the ocean.
yeah. Didn't work though. But anyway, the CEO of the company, like back in 2019, did an interview complaining about all the regulations, and he was saying that his exact quote was, "We're uber safe, so we don't really need all these regulations." And he
Oh.
was on the vessel.
Oh no.
He was on the vessel.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He
Did they
went. He went down with the ship.
what happened? Did he make it out?
No, they're done.
Are you sure?
They had 96 hours of air, and it's past 96 hours.
How long can somebody hold their breath?
If David Blaine was on there, he might still be alive.
Isn't there like a Jocko Winnick or something? You know, he's like, all right, everyone, let's be disciplined.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting. Okay. This is an update. For the vessel. Joe, you just made a good point, but apparently no one on the vessel has woken up at 4:30 every day to go jogging.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So they're goners, folks.
I saw someone online say you're gonna feel real stupid when when this vessel comes up with a fully reassembled Titanic.
That's gonna be fucking tight, dude.
And a giant bottle.
Yeah.
That is like how an action movie is, where it's like, oh, we're gonna go explore the Titanic, and then they disappear, and then it turns out there's like the Titanic never really fucking sunk the whole time. It's all some kind of twist and turn. And I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I still gotta wait. I gotta find out for sure that they're dead.
Yeah. Also, the CEO had like done an interview where he said he wasn't gonna hire a bunch of like 50-year-old white guys to do it because he felt like that wasn't gonna work. And a lot of people were tweeting like, "See, wokeness is what killed these people."
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, it was.
Wow, really?
It was like there was some POC at the computer being like, "Shit, man, I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker gonna do here. Shit, man, that motherfucker's so gone. I don't know. I am on my break."
That is not my job.
Oh,
They were
fuck.
trying to like type in the code, but they didn't want to ruin their nails.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be anyone, dude.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Have you ever done an alt-right podcast before?
Oh, that's just so fun to do what you just did.
We just-
I know how fun that is.
We goof around. It helps.
No,
that
I
have,
get it.
Yeah.
I have to be careful.
Are you-
I have
you're
no
in-
career,
you're
no
in, like,
future.
the acting improv world now?
Yeah, so I'm just
Are
like,
you around
Yes,
people?
and
why
you
you-
can't rape people.
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's like I think people. First of all, no one gives a fuck about me,
Yeah.
and second of all, I don't think people are dumb enough. I think you could say some stuff, but there's like 10 things in my mind that I haven't said.
I feel like a lot of it is just like, do they like
It's
the
like,
person
yeah,
that they're
don't
trying to
even try.
cancel? And like,
It's
if they do,
crazy.
they're like, hey, look, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And who he was when he said this, and that's not the person I see.
If
And
they-
I think
yeah.
we need to like give everyone a chance. And then if it's somebody they don't like, they're like, they've always felt this way. Don't
Yeah,
you
of
see?
course.
Like they
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
never change.
If they already
You
don't
know.
like you, if they really don't like someone, they will find
Who's
something.
they?
Yeah.
Just people online.
These fucking
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
we sexually harass, and like, then they have the fucking gall to try to get us in trouble for it.
We talked
know?
about it a few podcasts ago. I think it's always just like in every like neighborhood there's like the one annoying person who complains about everything.
Yeah.
And if you add that one annoying person up together, it adds up to several thousand people.
Yeah.
But it still is just the one annoying person in every town. Online it feels like a lot more.
yeah, of course.
And if they now like know each other and they've all moved to Brooklyn,
right.
they
We're all not safe, dude.
yeah, they
Yeah.
so that's who like they is. It's really still not most
They-
people.
It's they them.
But if it's they them,
Damn.
if they get upset, if they're mad at someone, they'll find whatever. They can take stuff out of context. Even if someone hasn't done anything bad, they can make it seem like they
Yeah,
have.
of
Like
course.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's doing a character, like
Yeah.
an
He was just
impression.
goofing. He was just good, and he made a great point too. I mean, they are. It's a gross race.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
It's fun to not
They're
give a fuck on that
wildly
level.
loud. It's like it's a wildly loud fucking.
Yeah, if there's anybody Joe hates, it's someone that's very loud.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chinese, it's different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Because you
Chinese
don't know
are-
what they're saying.
They're landlocked Asian.
How are you going to be loud, but then
How
not?
you gonna be loud? What you saying in there? Ching chang cho? That's some kind of damn menu. I'm getting hungry over here.
There's another
No,
world.
no, I ain't scared of you.
That's exactly what Shane did. That's what got him in trouble.
Did he? But it was just a joke.
It was a joke. He was doing a character.
Do you think it's gonna? Do you really think it's gonna affect my standing with Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, it might.
Yikes.
Yeah. But yeah, do you feel in like the acting improv world, do you feel or like you're around people that you can't be yourself around?
No.
No? Okay, that's good.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't say anything super dark or blue in improv, but I look at that rather than I look at that as a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, like being forced to be creative.
I guess.
I look at it like that rather than
Yeah.
let it annoy me. I've learned to. Okay, this.
There is a way to look at it that way.
Yeah.
My thing, I always, because when I was a kid, like the first comedy stuff I knew was like, I knew who Seinfeld was. Once we got cable and I saw South Park, there was like this whole new world of
Yeah.
what you can make
A
jokes
whole
about.
new world
And like, so
where you can say a bunch of slurs.
but yeah, the idea of being able to be creative in these like kind of like dangerous waters to
Yeah.
me was always like what appealed to me with comedy.
Yeah,
Like
of
Tough
course.
Crowd with Colin Quinn, the Comedy Central roast, guys
Yeah.
like the stuff you're not supposed to joke about, and guys just going for it.
Mind
And-
Mencia.
Mind Mencia.
You love Mind Mencia?
I actually did at the time. I remember they did an episode with they did a crossover with WWE and Edge came in and speared someone and I was like, this is the greatest comedy show of all time.
What about when Joe Rogan confronted Carlos Mencia? Whose side were you on?
Oh.
Once I
I've
heard
seen that.
once I heard Mencia was a joke thief, I was fully off of it.
Wow.
Even that
Good
that
for
time.
Joe. That was
Even-
before
yeah.
his podcast.
That was before
Yeah.
he was big.
He got banned from the Comedy Store and his agent dropped him and all. That was a big thing for him.
Wow.
And then
Good
just-
for him. That makes
yeah.
me like him way more.
Yeah.
and he's always stood up
Yeah.
for when it was right. Remember when they were murdering all those people with the vaccines?
Yes.
And Joe
Yeah.
Rogan was fucking knock that shit off, dude. And then
Yeah.
He always stands up for the little guy.
And then he said the N-word when it was oh, it's illegal for a white person to say the N-word.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan was like, oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And then he said it.
Yeah.
It was brave. And then he opened that comedy club that we're actually going to be performing at August
What?
31st.
That's great.
Day
Comedy
after my birthday.
Mothership. It's
just-
happening.
Yeah, just
Tweet
made up the
Joe
spot
Rogan
for
and
us.
say you're going to kill him unless you see Locker Room Talk.
We do have a gig coming up in August, and that's not it.
Where is it?
We got the Poconos.
We're going to be at, my mistake. We will not be at Comedy Mothership. We'll be at the Poconos Comedy Festival. Folks, sheathe your swords. There's no blood needs to be spilt. Locker Room Talk will be making a live appearance coming
Yeah.
to you soon.
Yeah,
Code word Gorman for 15% off.
we don't have that yet.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Code word Sheehan to pay 15% more.
Yes.
Nice.
I don't
dude.
understand the promotion either.
I think I'm excited.
Yeah. Are you enjoying? Have you been taking acting and improv classes at this point? And
Well,
have
I'm
you
in
been?
acting school.
You're an act. Yeah.
Give
how
us a
long-
little Shakespeare. To be or not to be. Take
That
it
was
away,
good.
Nathan.
I will say that last time Nathan and I hung out, he just got back from acting school and he was wearing an all black kind of
Turtleneck.
You have to wear all black.
Turtleneck
yeah.
and a little fucking hat, a little beret,
And he told me, please
little
tell me if
circular
this is correct.
sunglasses.
He's like, sorry for the way I'm dressed. I just came back from movement class.
Yes.
And I said, Nathan, what is that? And you just kind of did a little sachet.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
believe
was,
that.
it was cute.
Is that what you do in movement class?
We move, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And groove.
I just came back from bowel movement class.
Nice. You just take a big shit.
Yeah.
Matt's the
I do
teacher,
do this when
intern,
I do
and
this when I do it though.
That helps get it out. That helps prevent anal fissures.
Exactly.
So, who's
Yeah,
your
what
favorite
is actual-
actor?
Huh?
Who's your favorite actor?
I don't have a favorite actor.
Is it Daniel Day-Lewis?
He's up there. Of
Because
course.
he was so into being into character that he was in character during his father's funeral.
Yeah.
And then
Really?
later he was like,
I've abandoned my dad. I've abandoned my father. I
Wait.
drink your will.
I did kind of the
Dude,
Daniel.
what a fucking dick.
That's
He can't
interesting.
fucking put it off to the side.
He would. Yeah.
Well,
His
then
dad's-
later he was like, I have to quit. Acting's too hard. I'm like, or you could just relax a little.
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I'm autistic for method acting, where he's like, oh, I fucking played a guy who shit his pants.
Yeah.
I'm method acting. He fucking shits himself. It's like I can't believe Abe Lincoln shit himself right now.
I channeled Daniel Day-Lewis in my bowel movement class because there will be blood.
There you go.
Yikes.
No, he's great though.
Yeah. Yeah. He is. In his father's funeral, what character was he?
Yeah,
I
Did he
wish I
show
could
up as
remember.
Lincoln?
That would be amazing.
They
It
asked him
was,
to speak- they asked him to speak at the
My left
funeral.
foot. My left foot.
Yeah.
Dude, Daniel Day-Lewis is a retard.
They asked him to speak
What
at
a
the funeral.
fucking
He's like
retard,
7 years ago.
Dude, if he was my brother, I'd be so pissed. I'm like, you have to make pretend now. That's all it is. It's make pretend. No offense, Nathan, but it's just make pretend. Make it pretend, dude. I can
Oh
do
yeah,
that
did
too.
Randy ever come home and act like his wrestling character at home?
Yeah.
But that wasn't a
That's who
character.
he
That
is.
was who he
That's
is.
who he is.
who he
No,
is.
it's like at least like Hulk Hogan. His real name is like Terry, but Randy Orton's name is actually Randy Orton.
Yeah, but I don't.
It's not a bit.
Yeah, but I don't think he attacks Stephanie McMahon and kisses her in front of her husband.
Wait,
in
did
real
he?
life. Oh, he does.
That's real.
That's
cool.
real.
Yeah,
Oh
all
my
It's
that's
not.
God.
It's not a bit with. I feel like Randy. It's like real with Randy Orton. Like I don't know, something about it.
Yeah.
Stephanie McMahon has such big titties.
Yeah.
And the thing is that she's all business.
Mm.
Like she wears pantsuits, so she's all business, but she's hiding some big titties.
Now you're gonna
on
like
there.
this. Macho Man Randy Savage had sex with her when she
Really?
was 16.
Oh,
That's like
geez.
the-
What?
Careful.
That's like the
What?
That's
didn't know
the
that?
rumor. The
Ask
rumor,
your dad about it, dude.
The rumor is that
Man.
How do you not know that?
it's one of these like online rumors that is most likely
No,
not
it's
true.
true.
Bow
That's
Wow,
why
little Bow Wow
Randy-
got raped, or
Yeah.
fucking Marilyn
No,
Manson had a
that's-
rib
but
removed.
that's
well,
why
Randy Savage
my-
had a falling out with WWE, and WWE like made amends with all the people they've ever had falling outs with, but Randy Savage died before they did.
Even when
so
he
the
di-
rumor is that Vince never forgave him for taking Stephanie McMahon's virginity when she was
Whoa.
16.
It was,
my
and that's
God.
like even when he died, like they barely addressed it. Like
Yeah.
they said it in like it was like Jim Ross said it in passing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I think I heard
That
about
was fucking. How do you think she was like? She wasn't like nearly as hot as she was during like the
when she got the
Attitude
boob
Era.
job.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah,
But maybe it wouldn't have been possible if Randy Orton hadn't, or not, Randy Savage hadn't traumatized her. Your brother didn't take her virginity, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, there was. I remember that I heard a podcast where someone who worked with WWE said that the reason that Randy Savage had a falling out was like over the money from the Slim Jim endorsement.
Really?
That's why he had to wrestle
I
Spider-Man.
mean, there are falling outs over money, but it's
Yeah.
way more juicy to think it's because he took the boss's daughter's virginity.
Yeah. That's they're like that though. They
Yeah.
don't want. Yeah.
They don't want you
they
like
own
making
you.
your own money.
They own you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a real
Matt, grab
Animal
the dog.
House here today, folks.
Yeah.
Like the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just joking around.
Yeah.
So Nathan, what's the hardest part about acting?
Like fucking getting in complete control of your emotions.
Okay.
Can you cry on command?
It's I've gotten closer, but it's hard.
Can you
Yeah.
get like right up in front of the camera and give us a little example of that?
Start crying for us.
You know what I always hated doing was like when I'm on stage and another actor is saying their lines, it's like, what am I supposed to do now? And I have to like wait for my. And you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like react naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so hard to be conscious of that and also lose
Remember
yourself
your
in
lines.
that.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like actually being, like acting well is very hard.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
you're not acting, and then, but like then if you have to do it through a character, it's a whole other thing. It's very. I've really fallen in love with it.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a lot of it is like being able to recall on your past experiences
Yeah.
related to your character, immerse
Um,
yourself in that role,
It's
and still go to your dad's funeral as Tree number 2.
Yeah. Well,
It was just like a minor ass role he was in.
I gotta
Pootie
know.
Tang.
Yeah, it does seem like.
Damn, I've been trying to make myself cry for the last minute. It's not really working.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, imagine you got tickets to an Abe Lincoln speech and he just got shot by Nathan Orton saying a speech.
Oh my God, the confliction is what's the worst, because I love Lincoln, but
Nice,
I also
dude.
love Nathan.
We're having a
Yeah.
crybaby off.
Another. He was
Men are trying to
murdered by.
fucking-
Yeah, it's just like real life because he was murdered by a great, well-known actor. Murdered.
Nathan's
Abraham
actually
Lincoln.
tearing up.
Is Nathan getting? Is
Yeah.
Nathan getting some tears going?
I got a little bit.
You got a little bit
Damn,
going.
it's happening, dude.
Yeah.
You can get here.
Yeah.
But if you really want to go there, you have to go to a place where you'll actually change how you feel.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it.
All right, now you gotta
Oh,
say.
really?
Now you gotta say, Susan,
Because what he'll
go
do
to the
is
doctor.
He may force tears, but it'll be like not. It won't be. He'll be
Yeah.
sad. You know.
Yeah.
Susan,
He
I
might
promise.
do it. He
Yeah.
might really get sad.
Is that
He'll be
why?
sad.
Like the Daniel Day-Lewis, I feel like the actors who really are like great at it in that they do kind of fuck themselves up.
You can, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah. Although wasn't like Jack
Think
Nicholson.
about Heath Ledger.
Think about Heath Ledger, Bobby.
Guy I didn't know until after he died.
Didn't he fuck one of the Olsen twins?
Ashley.
Yeah. Think about that, Bobby. Think about one of the Olsen twins being traumatized.
you hear that Eminem died today?
Oh my God.
He lost himself.
We got some tears going with that. Eminem is gone
And his daughter decided to never have sex.
with anyone.
Yeah. She became a nun.
Damn.
We almost got there.
We almost did, dude.
You almost
Yeah.
cried.
I'll cry eventually. I can't remember the last time I cried.
Really?
Yeah. I really can't.
I can.
That was me before acting school.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But have you naturally cried because you've been taking acting classes?
I was watching Guardian of the Galaxy 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's a point in it, and this was a month ago, so I was in acting school for several months.
Yeah.
And I started crying during a part of it.
Yeah.
And I've never done that before, and it actually feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good to
I think
cry.
you're supposed to do it, yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take my chances.
I think the closest I get is, oh man, and then I just go, doing whatever it was I was doing before.
When was the last
You
time
can
that
let it
happened?
come.
When they
You
told
can
you
let it
Super
come.
Seniors was over?
Yes.
I've got the watery eyes a couple times at the end of Gladiator. I rewatch Gladiator every once in a while.
See,
The
guys,
ending
it
of
sounds like a
Gladiator-
joke, but I promise it's
Oh
not.
no, nope, nope. That ending when he's getting into heaven and he sees his wife and son.
Spoilers.
It's not heaven. It's
Yeah.
Elysium.
Whatever it is.
It's
Speaking
different.
in heaven or whatever.
Yeah,
It's not.
I'd
It's
like
different.
to watch Gladiator.
it's
again.
great.
We'll
My
watch it
favorite,
right now.
my favorite movie.
We'll fire it up. We'll
It's
fire
one
it
of
up for
the.
the Patreon.
It's one of those crossover where it's a movie that is my favorite and it's not embarrassing to tell people it's my
Yeah,
favorite.
of course.
It's one of those that fits all the things I like in a movie, but it's not as embarrassing as saying a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
What's my favorite movie?
Your favorite movie?
Yeah. Do you know?
Goodfellas?
No.
No.
No, I don't like that shit.
Is
No.
Big Mama's House too.
Is
It
your
is.
favorite actor Russell Crowe
It is.
because of that?
Not real. I mean, that's my favorite movie, but I haven't seen a lot of other of his movies. I think if I were to pick a favorite actor of the guys who I've seen in a lot of movies, it's usually more comedies.
Yeah.
It's like Sandler, Jim Carrey. Sean William Scott's one of my favorites because
Yeah.
he's in so many of my
Is that the
fav-
American Pie guy?
Yeah, he was
It is American
Stifler.
Pie,
He was also in
Bulletproof
a
Monk.
He was in a movie with The Rock. He's in Old
The
School.
Rundown.
Yeah.
Nothing post 2013.
Role Models.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a lot of really fun. Goon. Yeah,
Goon.
Goon. It was a movie about he plays like a bouncer who's good at fighting, so a hockey team just brings him on their team to fight people.
Oh, okay.
It's very fun.
Okay.
Of serious actors, I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis. Anything I've seen of him, I like
So
a lot.
Good, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's a lot of comedies. Is probably Tom Hanks. I just watched A Man Called Otto. I don't know if you said it's on Netflix. I like that movie. I think most things I've seen Tom Hanks in I've liked. I think a lot of times for me, I have kind of a shallow relationship with movies and acting. So kind of if you're just not doing anything overly bad that I don't notice, I can lose myself in your movie. Then I'm like, yeah, that's good. I like the Rock movies, Ryan Reynolds.
When
any of
people
those.
say that, I relate to this because when people say oh, so and so is a bad actor, and I don't think I know what bad acting is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's not believable. I'm like, I'm believing it.
Yeah. I know.
I like Joaquin Phoenix. He's done he's very good in Gladiator also. He's the main bad guy
Yeah.
That
And
scene where he goes into a refrigerator.
in The Joker.
No, in Gladiator, which is weird because they had ice boxes back then.
What? No.
Yeah, it was weird.
No, Joaquin Phoenix is I love his character in Gladiator because it's like with the comic book movies now, it's a little bit pro wrestling-y where the bad guys are kind of doing cool stuff too. But Commodus and Gladiator, there's nothing likable about that bad guy.
Yeah.
No one would ever dress up as him. Like when people dress up as Joker for Halloween, I'm like, all right, so he's not a real villain then.
For who for Halloween?
Joker.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, if you're dressing up as him for Halloween, there's something kind of cool about him. I like a
Yeah.
villain where everyone's wants to dress up as the hero more because of how hateable the villain is.
Wow, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. You're making me want to watch The Gladiator.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
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 What
What's
about
your
American?
favorite movie? Do
I
you
might
have
watch
one?
it tonight. I don't have a favorite movie, man.
Yeah.
There's so much out there. And
Yeah.
anytime you're asked, it's there's not a Rolodex
Yeah.
there.
I can think of a movie where the villain is so lame you want to dress up like the hero.
Yeah.
American History X.
That's true.
It's like you see these
Yeah.
fucking lame ass cops.
Yeah.
Putting my boy Edward Norton behind
Yeah.
bars. It's like, damn, I want to dress up
Yeah.
like cool ass Edward Norton.
There you go.
Shave my fucking head, get all fucking
Yeah.
ripped.
What
Get
is
a
your
cool
favorite?
fucking tattoo.
What is your favorite?
You just
movie,
get
Joe?
ripped to be a
Yeah.
racist character one Halloween, and
Yeah.
then the next day you just let your body go to
Yeah.
shit.
I get to go back.
Yeah.
Back to square one, baby.
What
We're
is
like,
your
Joe,
favorite?
you should have kept that amazing physique. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a Nazi all year round.
Yeah, dude, you got to save it for a special occasion.
Is your favorite movie Big Lebowski? I could see that being your favorite movie.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
No.
What is your favorite movie?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I can watch that like once a year and
Do
still
you guys
laugh
ever
as
like
hard.
read the transcript of the Columbine shooting? And it gets to the.
It's a casual question.
Do you believe in God?
Well, yeah, you read that heroic exchange, but then you read the part where he shoots one of the kids and goes, "It's merely a flesh wound,"
Just blood.
and you're like, "Okay, these kids, they were like a little funny, like they would
They
have
were
been
doing
kind of
bits.
cool to hang out."
They
with.
were- bits
They
during the
clearly
school
would have
shooting.
like if it was just a few years later, they would have made it to like Counter-Strike Go
Yeah.
and all of those like shooter games.
You would have been, guys. You would have been very close to subscribing to their Patreon
Yeah.
and rating, promo code Reb and vodka.
That is
Yeah.
kind of lame though, just to like quote but like because they thought it was being fucking cool at the time, but really it's like Freddy Krueger where it's kind of just campy.
Yeah.
And, like, the real cool thing is to say nothing at all.
Yeah.
And just like go around, like I go around, fucking stab one guy with a knife, have a gun, fucking slide. I'm sliding down the halls. I have like fucking acetone and I throw that on the ground. I light that on fire, dude.
Not
That'd be
saying
fucking
anything
tight.
though. Who, if you had to quote someone during a school shooting, who would you quote?
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, you're-
Probably that David Gog guy, just to be funny.
David Goggins.
Whatever his name is. Who's
Oh,
who's
I would-
He's like the
who-
motivational guy.
the skinny kid that's like, don't shoot
Oh,
up any more schools.
Oh, David Hogg.
Yeah,
the
him.
one who was in the school shooting.
Yeah, that would be
You
very
quote
funny.
someone who got famous from being in surviving a school shooting.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I truly don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you trying to like they're all like they all happen to be activists and like it's all like like it's all like the embodiment of what we imagine Gen Z to look like. I'm just asking questions. Why is he profiting so much off these pillows? Why is it that? What's going on? Why? What happened to all the other students? Where is all this accountability? I'm just asking questions. I am goofing around, so don't fucking be like, because it's like, fuck you. It's a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. Why the fuck can't people have a comedy podcast? Why does everything have to be open and honest discourse? That's the gayest fucking thing you can do. Open and honest. Like, this is like fucking PBS, and it's some fucking round table, dude. This is a white supremacist podcast where we just like goofing around. Nathan Orton, where can we see you? And where can you spread your message next, dude?
I'm just chilling, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Any off-Broadway shows or anything?
No.
Have you taken any crisis acting classes?
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Look at the camera and be like, they gunned down my son.
Yeah.
We need stricter gun control laws. Just give up your guns, please. Otherwise, you're glad my non-binary child was murdered.
Yeah,
in a
usually
completely justified shooting.
it's funny. Usually at the end of the podcast, we're like, "Oh, we'll plug our guest social media," but we did spend time talking about how you don't care about social media.
Yeah. It's like I'm just gonna go along with it. It's the truth. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, Google Nathan Orton if you want.
Yeah.
I
You
would
can
encourage you
find
to do so.
You can see him. He
You can
judges.
find anyone.
Yeah, he judges a comedy fight club
can find-
sometimes.
You can find anyone.
That's
They
right.
don't need to. I don't need to tell anyone where to find me. You
That's
can
one of the
find me. You
controversial.
can just
Yeah.
Google.
Nathan judges a comedy fight club. He was on the Comedy Fight Club podcast. All around good guy, funny guy, and whatever he's doing, follow him so you can see whatever he's
just
doing
chilling,
next.
baby.
Yeah.
This is great.
Follow Nathan. He's chilling. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
And I'm
Thank
just
you.
playing Parkland victims. You know I love you.
I don't know, man. Hey, remember Claire was in a fucking false flag shooting?
Let's cut it off before that.